This is the last episode.
Is that the real reason you had to do that weird power stance on the equalizer?
I was.
You had to prepare to grab your farts.
Yeah, I had prepared to grab my farts. This is an invention by Jack Vale called the pooter.
Where did you get that from?
My friend gave it to me.
Just randomly?
No, this is back in high school when we used to watch that. Boy, remember when pranks were a thing, but like actually good?
But like actual pranks?
Yeah, like real pranks on YouTube were good.
The only prank guy I remember watching, I think his name was Remy. He was that French dude who did Mario Kart on the streets, and he threw bananas on the streets. And then his most famous one that I like is he's a snail on the road, and he's just crawling on the street as a snail, wearing like a little snail costume on. And they zoom out to cars behind him, and they zoom out to like an entire hill with cars behind him backed up. And I'm like, that's kind of fucked up, but it made me laugh that one time.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then modern pranks became, let's perpetuate racism.
Yeah, let's punch people and run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, pranks. It's just a prank. It's just a prank, bro. Exists for a reason.
That phrase doesn't make me laugh still. Like, man, where it came from is like such a pathetic side of entertainment in the modern day.
Kevin Spacey. It's just a prank, bro. You heard what happened to Kevin Spacey, right?
I heard.
Yeah.
And then I heard more, and I was like, oh no, American Beauty. This makes way more sense now.
Oh man.
That movie feels way worse knowing the modern. Because I didn't see that movie till like this year.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a pretty solid movie, and then I was like, oh. Fuck.
That weird scene where
the movie you mean? You mean the movie?
Huh?
Almost all of it with Kevin Spacey in it is extra weird now.
I was thinking about a House of Cards thing where there's a weird gay orgy thing.
That was his idea.
That must have been his idea where he kisses a young boy.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, god dang it, Kevin Spacey, you were a good actor. I mean, you're still a good actor, but you had to go and touch a kid, didn't you? You really had to. Only
one we know of so far.
It's okay, he's gay. It's fine.
Oh god, I can't believe that shit. Yeah. That misdirection.
By the way, all the memes coming out, my favorite one is a fake tweet of Hillary Clinton of just like, if I honestly don't remember rigging the election against Bernie Sanders, but I think now's a good time to mention that I want to live as a gay man.
That's really funny. That's fucking good.
Yeah, it's so good.
We need some levity out of this bullshit that's been steaming in Hollywood for the past century.
It's so
nobody
bad.
took seriously because we all
and
did it as jokes. And then even though everyone kind of knew it was really happening.
Yeah, everyone knew it was happening.
Because we had no proof. And the proof that we had, no one wanted to take it out there because they didn't want to lose their money.
Yeah, no, we had proof. It's just we didn't want to. Yeah. Because Hollywood's bad.
Culture. Because the culture of Hollywood and media.
I could make this. I could get way more.
We could get into this forever, but everyone else already has.
Yeah.
And fuck that. That's too depressing for
Let's talk about Thor.
Yeah, like a less depressing movie.
Slightly less depressing movie.
But first, Lewis, what the fuck is this podcast?
This is called, Jesus. This is the last episode podcast. My name is Lewis.
I'm Andres, and we're talking about bullshit.
Hey guys, go to elotalk.com and do things. Okay, so, Jesus.
Let's just get right into it. Just fuck it, cold open, I guess.
I saw Thor last night.
Saw Thor?
I saw...
You didn't see the hit movie Medea Boo 2?
No, I saw Thor Ragnarok.
I legit almost saw that on Halloween.
Why?
I thought about it.
That's
weird because I hate Tyler Perry in his
You know
movies.
what I did on my Halloween? For the first time ever, I hung... Oh, cool. Good job, Mike.
You hung yourself?
My mic did. Okay. First of all...
Halloween happened in America.
Before I even get to anything...
Yeah.
I had a thought, and I want to do this.
How was she?
But...
Or he, I'm not going to discriminate.
Yeah, fair. I had a thought, and...
I hate that word means nothing to me now because of the fucking culture of the world.
What if I get a noose and just hang it in my room?
As a decoration?
Yeah. I think that's hilarious.
No, but I want you to hang it where it's like only like half a foot off of the roof. So no, we could actually really use it.
Yeah.
So then we go, what the fuck? Yeah. Why is this here? Like it's so impractical, it looks so ugly. It's like, why is it here?
Yeah, it's slightly too small to put your head through.
Yeah, it's too small for your head. Like it's big enough for like a dog, but not for a human. And it's like green.
Yeah. No, I want to get like a real rope, like a real thick rope, and actually do the real knot and everything. Like make it look. I want it to look good. I want it to look like an authentic noose. Yeah. Just hang it in my room.
Just have it there.
Man,
did this thought come to you on Halloween?
No, it didn't actually.
Well, that's just today.
Before I came over. That was a couple like 2 days ago or whatever. No, that wasn't.
Today's Jesus' day in our time.
Yeah. All right. So on Halloween, I passed out candy for the first time by myself. So that's what I did.
So could you count the number of kids who came to your door on one hand?
No.
Because my house,
Well, a lot of people
where
came.
I live, like maybe 5 kids showed up to my door when I wasn't there, and they were all in the same group.
A very interesting thing happened though. And then I'll get into Thor because I know you guys are so excited to hear
Thirstin For Thor.
Thirstin
People
for
actually
Thor.
are. People thirst for Thor.
Fair enough.
I've been on the internet.
He's a good-looking boy.
He is a good-looking boy.
Yeah. I like Thor as the character only. Thor as a character is the only good thing about the Thor movies. Like I wish.
What about your main man Loki that everyone loves?
Loki's good too, I guess. But
move on to your Halloween shit before we can get into juicy Thor.
All right. So these two what look like 16 or 15-year-old girls come up to the door giggling like 15-year-old
like
girl,
they would,
like 15-year-old goyles do.
Goyles.
And they knocked the door. I gave them candy, whatever. They left. About 15, 20 minutes later, they come back, laughing like crazy, and then they ask, "How old are you?" And I said, 21. And they seemed disappointed. At which point I thought, I'm gonna close the door now.
Yeah.
And so
that could be a situation you do not want to get into.
So they started walking away.
Regardless of jokes or not they wanted to do, that could have been a problem.
Yeah, so I just
a serious federal crime.
Yeah. So I just started closing the door, and then as I was closing the door, one of them said, "Yeah, my friend wanted to get your Snapchat." At which case I promptly threw all my candy at them, and I closed the door and ran away.
That's extrovert considering you do have one, and you could have.
Yeah, no.
If you made a bad decision, you could have.
I totally could have.
And we would not been talking this week. You would have been in prison.
No,
maybe.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. I ain't no Kevin Spacey, but straight.
Like, gotta clarify that for the audience.
No, that's the thing, because that's
like people care if you're gay or straight.
No, but that's
Mr. Conservative black boy.
That's the joke, is because Kevin Spacey had to clarify. Yeah. It's like, hey, just so you guys
clarify,
know,
he deflected to make himself look better because it's cool to be gay.
Honestly,
it's to be gay
I want it to be simply. I don't want malevolence. I just want pure ignorance of just like, that was a good time.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Like
it doesn't make it better. It just makes it funnier
because of how dumb he acted.
Yeah, it was real bad. All right, let's talk about.
Man, that sounds way lamer than I had a better time than that. I just want to go see The Shining on the big screen.
Yeah, that's cool.
I had a gay old time.
Yeah, I had a
That movie is way better on the big screen.
I've still never seen The Shining.
Oh, it's totally worth it.
I bet it is. I need to see it.
It's very good. It's also very long. It's like almost 3 hours.
Oh, man.
Because I went to the late showing at 10, and I was like, oh, it's like 12:40. Holy shit, I'm tired. Because I actually don't go to the movies very late.
Yeah.
Because I get tired. Not because I'm a night owl, but movies tire me out in general, no matter where I'm watching them.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So Thor. Okay, so
Thor Ragnarok.
So this is going to be somewhat spoilery, but who cares? It's a Marvel movie. You know what happens. All
Does
right?
a big laser come? Okay, question 1.
Okay.
Does a big laser show up and they have to go stop that big laser?
No.
Okay, so they didn't do that Marvel trope.
No.
A big laser. We got to go stop it.
They did the... Actually, they did an opposite where
they just to the ground like in the last movie.
No, there's a big thing happening that we can't stop. We have to let it go. And then Hulk's dumb and it's like, no, big thing, I have to smash it. And they're like, hey Hulk, don't smash him. He's like, okay. So this movie's bad. I went into this movie hoping it was going to be okay.
Bad as in disappointing or just mediocre?
No, a bad movie.
Okay.
It's a bad movie. It's a badly made film.
As bad as Thor the Dark World.
It's the worst Thor movie.
Because Thor the Dark World blows.
Thor Dark World blows. But this movie,
I couldn't finish it. I tried and I couldn't finish it.
Here's why this movie's bad. Is because they tried so hard to make it funny. They turned it into a comedy. If you saw next to Thor Ragnarok comedy, it makes sense because
I'm pretty sure I should check. I'll check right now. It probably does.
If it does, then maybe I'll
probably
give them a point back. But it makes no sense for the theme of what the movie, because the movie kept jumping back and forth between Marvel serious and then here's some slapstick comedy where Thor throws something and it's like that's not.
But it was a bad balance.
But very bad balance. There's a scene at the end where Hulk, where Bruce Banner,
who's finally in a movie, for Christ's sake,
talks to one of the persons, or is like, "Oh, I'll show you who I really am," and then jumps out of a spaceship to land, or swims out of a ship to land on the Rainbow Bridge at the freaking.
That's such a cool bridge.
Yeah, it's a cool bridge to land on the Rainbow Bridge, right? And so the camera, because the idea is like, okay, I'm gonna jump out, turn into Hulk like I've done a million times. Yeah. All right, so they're about, I don't know, really high up, too high up. And so the camera pans out to where all you see is the bridge. You don't see the ship. And then from the top left corner of the screen, you see Bruce Banner, human, fall and smack to the ground, and he looks dead because he just smacks.
Because he should be dead,
right? And he's just there, and then the camera pans to his face, and it's just like, oh, that looks like a dead person.
Yeah,
like he just died. And the joke is, it's like, you know, Thor, it's supposed to be Hulk jumping, but it didn't. You know,
he didn't
transform.
I get the idea, but he fell into what was the floor?
The Rainbow Bridge.
but the Rainbow Bridge, we can say it's magic.
Right. Oh,
so
we can say
soft.
that. But he looked broken.
Like they filmed it in a way that was not meant to be comedy.
No, it looked like this whole movie felt like a parody of Thor.
Okay.
Like I'm
just like glancing over reviews and it doesn't say comedy on it, but people are praising it for the comedy part instead.
You can praise it for the comedy part.
But how did any of it make you laugh?
No, for sure it did make me laugh. It made me laugh.
But it wasn't because there were parts of it you did enjoy. And the parts of it that was...
You know how sometimes Family Guy makes you laugh, but you don't feel good about it?
Like they feel cheap?
Cheap?
Like cheap. Family Guy right now is just cheap humor. Does
and
it
also...
feel like
cheap and also more of just like... I don't feel like I should be laughing. Or no, like not even that. Let me phrase that.
Like it feels too dumb for you to laugh at or something?
No, it's not even that. It's like, this movie shouldn't have this joke in it. It doesn't feel like it makes sense in this movie. And it's not in a good way. Like I
have another question then.
Okay.
If Thor started... Okay, let's say the original Thor movie.
Mm-hmm.
If it was not quite this extreme in its comedy...
But always kind of comedy.
But it went more for this movie, do you think you would feel better?
Yes.
Or does it feel just much like Whiplash in a bad way for you?
Bad Whiplash in a bad way.
Because from what I see from positive reviews, people seem to enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah, and I understand...
They like the Whiplash from it.
I understand why you would.
Someone who does not like the Thor movies very much at all, I'm wondering if I might enjoy that or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't
curious.
I think we have the same opinions on the Thor movies pretty much.
I think I hate them more than I should.
Yeah.
Because it's not even really hate, it's just they're
disappointing
very strong
movies.
Feeling of apathy towards them.
They're disappointing.
Yeah.
They feel it feels like they should be better than they actually are.
They feel like Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Every Thor movie feels like Iron Man 2 but
at least the original Thor had some fun ideas going on.
Yeah, the first Thor's not
I don't like that
horrible,
movie a ton, but it has interesting ideas in it.
Yeah.
For a little bit at least. And then it becomes...
We get to see Hawkeye for a split second,
and then
you don't know unless you know.
Hawkeye sucks, and then I move on.
Yeah, and then you learn who he is. Like, who cares?
Because it's always been the thing of like Marvel and DC have their equivalents on the other side of like, this character is this role, but up for DC. And Green Arrow has always been a way better version of Hawkeye. Because Green Arrow is way funnier.
So Jeff,
not the TV show. I mean everything else that Green Arrow's in. He's really funny.
Everything but the show.
Because I will hold it to my death. They were cowards for not giving him that shitty mustache in the Green Arrow TV show. Yeah. That is his thing.
Yeah.
Is his shitty mustache that I love.
I know you do.
Is he even funny in the TV show?
No, he's super serious.
No comedy in that show.
No,
that's his thing.
No,
is that he's an asshole.
It's very serious. He's an asshole, but he's serious.
But like in a funny way. Where it's like snarky.
Well, like the human Arrow is like the not Green Arrow, you know. So I can't remember the character. Buff boy. He like the millionaire playboy. Yeah. That guy's like funny and an asshole. But like actual Green Arrow is super serious. Like Batman.
That sucks.
It's weird.
That sucks. Wieners.
All right, so Jeff Goldblum's in this movie.
Wait, what?
In Thor.
Wait, what? What the fuck is Jeff Goldblum doing here? Looking for dinosaurs? What's going on?
See, now here's the thing about this movie. Like it's.
That's a weird cast choice. I dig that actually.
Well, that's the thing about this movie. Like, look, if they went full out, it's like, okay, this is a comedy. We're gonna make this funny, and sure, maybe it'll be serious sometime, but if this is a comedy, that's what it is.
Okay, so
I'd be fine. But
what are the stakes in this movie?
Okay, so the idea
are they contained in Thor's world, or are they universe?
Thor's sister comes, Hela, the goddess of death.
Yeah, she's from Northern California, likes to surf, smoke big weed.
Yeah, pretty much. And she's like, hey,
loves In-N-Out.
Just for
I had to do it.
Fair.
As a California native, I
loves
had to go
In-N-Out
there.
and Miguel Jr.
And vaping.
She
has to.
Where on her penny board.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fucking penny board and her snapback with her Supreme on.
No, dad hats. All about dad hats now.
Yeah, dad hats and trucker hats are back in.
I love dad hats.
I hate trucker hats as a fashion trend.
I just like that people say dad hat.
Yeah, because they know that's dumb because it's a baseball cap, you nimrods.
I know, but I love the name.
It's dumb. It's a baseball cap. They've always been called that.
No, dad hat's way better.
Oh god, I hate Californians sometimes. I love living here.
Real dumb. So Hela I think her name's Hella.
HelloFresh, whatever.
HelloFresh. She's there, and she's out of nowhere, kind of. There's no real explanation other than, so she was captured, and now she got out. We don't know how, but she just did.
Did some shitty Easter egg that nobody cared about? Was she foretold to one of those?
Probably. We didn't see it. We didn't even see her get captured. We didn't see her being captured. She just kind of appeared one day.
Yeah.
Because what happens is Loki takes over Thor's dad, Odin, that's his name. Loki takes over Odin, like pretends to be Odin and rules over Asgard.
Because he's a trickster.
He's a trickster. And then he sends Odin exiled on Earth, and Odin has just been living his days looking at an ocean, like over a cliff that looks really bad CG. There's a lot of really bad effects in this movie.
That's weird to hear from a Marvel movie.
Right? It almost felt like
considering
Ant-Man.
Doctor Strange exists in this timeline.
Speaking of which, this movie,
oh God, does Dormammu show up?
No, better. Doctor Strange is there. So at the end of Doctor Strange, it's Thor is chilling with Doctor Strange,
which
drinking
makes
a beer.
the most sense out of any character.
Well,
to
that
hang out with.
scene is
it's just that again.
It's not
expanded
just that,
upon?
but it's why that scene happens.
Is it cool?
It's awesome. It's my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, yeah, because I know you love Strange.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I might be biased here, but literally he was in his New York apartment.
Strange too.
He was in his New York apartment. He had all the relics around him.
Yeah.
He had the yellow gloves. It was just it was so good.
Did they utter the word stone?
No.
Did they talk about stones at all?
Yes, and they made jokes about it.
Okay, that's good because they really have to try hard to make these stones make sense to people.
Now here's another.
They only showed.
Oh, they didn't make it make sense. They just joked about I just been going around finding these weird stones.
Okay, that's better than nothing. That is way
better than nothing. Well, there's a scene in Doctor Strange's house, his apartment, where you see a replica of the Infinity Gauntlet, and Thor picks it up. It's like, oh, what is this? And then Strange is like, oh, not important. You can just put that back.
Okay, that's whatever. It's a wink and a nod to the audience.
It's a wink and a nod.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's fine.
That's kind of shit should be in the main movie.
Exactly.
Because the next big movie is that.
Well, yeah.
It is the Infinity War is going to start. Yeah. That is a big event.
Yeah, unless if something happened to Black Panther, which would make no sense.
Are they gonna have a?
Because Black Panther is the most contained out of.
Are they gonna fucking Black Panther like the Time Stone? What the hell's gonna happen?
Right? Because Black Panther should be the most contained out of all these movies.
Yeah, because the area that he's in is so fascinating.
It's literally it's by definition
it's future
contained.
Africa. It's so cool.
It's future Africa. It's hidden future Africa. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It's by definition contained.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that movie. I want to see a contained Marvel movie again.
Yeah.
Thor. And the stakes of it. Okay, so bad girl comes back. What is she trying to do?
Her goal is to destroy Asgard or rule Asgard.
So this one is contained.
It's rule. It's
again.
Yeah.
It is another. It's not. This sucks because why are Thor's movies always like this?
It's a Thor movie,
but it's like they never have any effect. At least immediately thinking about it on everything else.
I won't spoil it too much, but at the end, yes, there's it affect it. Yeah.
Does T. Hanos show up?
No, I wish.
Does Death show up?
No.
Fuck this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I thought after it's been a decade. It has been a decade.
Yeah.
After we did one of these goddamn multi-movie plot lines of we're gonna make one big thing and it's gonna happen, I thought they would have gotten this down better.
Yeah.
That's why when I saw Iron Man 3, I liked that it is a actual sequel to the Avengers in a way that makes sense with everything else. Yeah. It is about him going, holy shit, aliens exist and I almost died. How do I live my life now?
Yeah, he has PTSD and it's very interesting.
But he's still busy trying to get
even though that movie blows hard, but
parts of it are really bad, parts of it I really like.
Tony Stark as a character is the most interesting part.
It's really
fascinating
cool.
in that movie.
It's a really bad simple metaphor for him blowing up the suits.
So the two main
it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
At least that movie, okay, we kind of get it makes sense for it to exist, not just a blatant sequel. It makes sense with the character, with this universe that they're trying to make.
So yeah, we
could just get another movie that's just this exists because it needs to.
The two main things in Thor are the Hela, and then also at the very beginning, Thor is fighting this creature who's supposed to bring Ragnarok. I think is a comic thing. I don't know.
Isn't Ragnarok like a sword or some shit?
No, Ragnarok's supposed to be like the end of Asgard.
It's the name of an event.
It's like So in the beginning, it's him fighting the creature who's supposed to bring Ragnarok, and Thor wins.
Yeah.
And so the whole idea, and then that whole Ragnarok thing comes back at the very end, and I won't spoil how, but the whole idea is Hela and Ragnarok.
He's trying to fight off the end times.
And then also for some reason Planet Hulk, but it's not good.
So Hulk is in this movie. But just single Hulk, right?
Yeah, just single Hulk.
And why is Hulk here?
They
allude in the trailers that they're fighting.
Yeah.
He has to fight.
So
who is making Hulk fight in Roman armor?
So there's this planet it's like a junkyard planet where pretty much everyone just because you look up in the sky in this planet and there's just a bunch of wormholes and trash is falling, so it's pretty much a trash planet. Yeah. And the person who rules over this planet is none other than your boy, Mr. Jeff Goldblum. Who's a weird
from Pacific Rim.
From Pacific Rim. From Specific Rim.
Pacific Rim. He has those awesome boots he had in Pacific Rim.
From that specific rim. And he's a weird, eccentric.
Yes. Okay, fuck that. Now this movie's I want to see it.
No, like Playboy.
No, that's awesome. Like, you're making me want to see this movie.
No, Jeff Goldblum is awesome.
Lewis, you're making me want to see this movie just for him. God damn it.
I suggest pay
I'll go to like a morning show.
Pay no more than $6 for this movie.
Because fuck, hearing about Jeff Goldblum being like a weird eccentric asshole.
Yeah. No,
that might be enough for me, honestly.
That's good.
That might be.
Okay, look, just know going into the movie, think of it as a comedy, and you'll be fine.
Okay,
you'll be fine.
Okay.
But the problem with this movie, it advertises itself as
it's like a Thor movie. It's an action movie. Yeah,
it's supposed to be. But it's not. It's a comedy. And like, there's a scene. Like, there's this character, like a rock boy, who's like a big guy made of rocks.
He's in the trailers.
Yeah, his voice. The joke is he has a very high-pitched, effeminate sounding voice.
They took that from One Piece a little bit.
And that's it. That's the joke.
I wish they told that from One Piece, but
literally,
I doubt
they did. Thor gets captured, and the rock boy looks up and he's like, "Hey, man." That's his voice.
Okay. That's not a One Piece thing. It's just a general humor thing. Because there was a giant in One Piece like a couple years back. They had a major villain. Well, he's on the main villain. He's like one of the big head honchos. Mm-hmm. And he becomes like a gigantic rock giant that towers over the whole city. But his voice is super squeaky.
Yeah.
And then Luffy laughs at him, and then he gets really fucking pissed and almost kills everybody.
I don't want to talk more about Thor. I'm tired already about this movie. It's a good look. It's not a good movie, but I suggest it's a Marvel movie, so you have to watch it because we've all seen every other.
I didn't see Finish Dark World, and I was just fine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
you don't need to.
I didn't see Captain America the original for years. I know who that is, so I didn't need it.
Okay. I've seen.
I know who Bucky is and all that shit.
I've seen every single Marvel movie when it came out when I needed to.
It was the only convenience of like reading a couple comics as a boy. I know who these people are for the most part. Except I didn't know who the fuck the Guardians were. I know who Rocket was because of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, you know that. I didn't.
And even
know.
then, everyone went, "Wait, why did?" It was so funny. I'm thinking about it now. When those characters, because Marvel vs. Capcom was a really cool way for me to get into characters from both series. Mm-hmm. At least for me, because I was young enough to give a shit about looking into that stuff.
Yeah.
And they announced Rocket, and I remember people going, "Who the fuck is Rocket? Where's what the fuck, Howard the Duck?" Because Howard the Duck got a movie.
Yeah.
So people know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, who's Howard? That's not that long ago. Howard the Duck was more well known than Rocket Raccoon. That's weird to think about now.
That is weird.
Considering how like Rocket and Groot have their own like animated shorts on Disney XD. Like all this weird shit.
Thor's bad.
The more I think about these movies releasing, the more I'm not looking forward to Infinity War, and that blows.
No, yeah, I hope Infinity War. I hope
there's gonna be 2 movies.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's not enough time, actually.
No,
because they have to make they have to make the Guardian stories make sense with all this other bullshit.
Yeah, well, Thanos. We know nothing about Thanos really.
We've seen him talk, and I was like, oh, cool, he's a big purple boy. He looks like a raisin.
He's Gamora.
Raisinette.
Huh?
He looks like a big raisinette wearing gold armor.
He's what's the
Gamora.
Gamora and Amy Pond from Doctor Who.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck her actual character is because she's unmemorable.
Nebula, I think.
Nebulite. Crash Nebula.
Yeah, Thanos is their dad. That's all we know.
Crash Nebula's dad.
Yeah, he's Crash Nebula's dad, and that's all we know.
He's Doug Dimmadome. He's owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Thanos is Doug Dimmadome.
I wish he had that voice when he shows up in Infinity War. He's looking like the big dumb white 10-gallon hat. And he comes like in a ridiculously long limo.
It'd be over. I'd love it so much.
Go into it as a comedy.
Also, I hope that in the MCU that Dormammu and Thanos are the same person.
I hate how they made Dormammu look in.
Well, they made him look like Thanos because my theory is
that's bad. That's a bad idea.
Well, I think it's a good idea because it makes sense for the MCU only. It makes zero sense for comics.
Yeah, Dormammu looks way cooler than that.
No, because Dormammu's a way cooler character, but whatever.
And they made him just a big monster in the sky.
Dormammu's way more interesting than Thanos. Thanos is just like, I'm big and I want to kill planet.
Yeah, that's always been his thing. So
Dormammu's like, hey, like he has actual like.
He has relevant. He's like the Silver Surfer. He does more outside of it than you think.
Yeah.
That's why the Silver Surfer movie blows so much.
Well, when you learn about the history of like all the sorcerers and like the fact that they praise the dread Dormammu, like the fact that you know what I mean, like certain spells get their power from Dormammu himself.
I wonder if that's an accident that they also made Dormammu also sick overpowered in the new Marvel vs. Capcom game as well.
I don't
know. He was fantastic in the old one. Dormammu is insane insane.
By the
in
power
new
of
one.
the Dread Dormammu. All
He's
right.
really cool in the Marvel vs. Capcom games. He's fucking sick.
All right, let's move on to something that's
Not as
you want
disappointing to you.
What do you want to talk about?
What's
here?
next?
We could do BlizzCon. Is that quick?
Talk about motherfucking BlizzCon,
All
yeah.
right.
Because I can talk about a couple things.
All right.
Because BlizzCon, that happened, and it was a mixed bag of emotions for me because I don't worship Blizzard as much as people who would pay the $500 to go to that con themselves. But I did I watched the opening ceremony, and that's where they have okay, here's our big announcement for all of our games that we have running under development right now, and yada, yada, yada. I missed some of it, but I tuned in for what I gave a shit about. They announced a couple big things. They announced the new expansion for Hearthstone, which is about kobolds. And do you know what a kobold is, Lewis? It's not it's not Warcraft exclusive. It's just a generic fantasy creature.
I tried to do a fart as my no.
That's how I kind of feel about this expansion.
But it was an air fart instead of a.
That's how I felt when they announced it. I was like, really, this is what we're doing for this theme? That's what it does. When they showed it, I'm like, what?
You're welcome.
Because it's themed around. They said they were inspired by tabletop.
Okay.
Like the idea of a dungeon exploring with your friends and all that stuff.
Sounds cool.
But it's themed around kobolds, which are rat creatures in Warcraft who carry candles on their heads.
Okay.
And they hoard treasure.
I know what these are.
You know what they are. You've seen them before. Yeah. They're very generic.
I've been on the internet before.
Yeah, they're not as cool as a beholder or whatever.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Beholder is a cool creature from D&D that is never used because dragons. Because dragons are so overplayed and so overdone that nobody knows any other creature from classic fantasy.
This is why I like Stranger Things, because they actually do creatures that are
that is not a dragon or a dwarf or a siren or whatever the fuck. Because they're more creative ideas.
The main villain in Stranger Things season 2
is one of my favorite creatures from D&D.
It's a weird, obscure character from D&D that's no one talks about.
That doesn't get used unless you play legit D&D or whatever.
Yeah.
But they showed it off, and I was like, okay, the ideas of it are kind of neat. The keyword looks okay, but man, this theme is really flat for me, and that kind of sucks. Because Hearthstone's thing is always about, we are just a sillier, because WoW does get really silly for no reason sometimes. They're really inconsistent tone. Where it's we are the fun, non-canon version of Warcraft, where we just do weird bullshit and just have fun with it. And they've been doing an okay job with that with theming for a little bit. But then it's no, we're just going to do dungeon stuff.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that's always I've never really played WoW that much.
You don't even need to. That's what the good thing about Hearthstone.
But looking at it from the outside in of just how it constantly changes.
It's bad writing, dude.
Sometimes there's pandas.
Blizzard has bad writing, and I am very happy that people are calling them out as the years go on. Even in Overwatch, they have some shit ass writing. Oh man. That brings me to the next thing. They showed off a new character for Overwatch.
Oh.
Man, she looks like shit.
Oh, let me look it up.
I'm sorry, everybody. She looks like Battleborn.
Let's look up.
But
new
worse.
Overwatch character.
Moira. Her name's Moira. Moira.
I've heard of this.
She looks like shit.
Yeah.
Her base design is terrible.
Interesting.
It looks like Battleborn.
Yeah.
But even
worse.
Like,
you know what it looks? It looks like a create a character
in Saints Row.
For a free-to-play Steam game.
That's built on Unity.
Yeah.
Her gameplay looks interesting, even though she has a piss beam for healing. It looks really funny.
So what is she?
She is a support.
Okay, cool.
Her thing is that everyone's like, you guys want an evil support, which makes sense, and we got one. We got a new support.
Okay.
She is a healer / life drainer.
Okay.
Her gameplay looks really cool.
Okay.
But man, her design looks awful. And her backstory is bad.
What's this black thing?
That's the creator. You see the robot?
Yeah.
That's the creator of Orisa, another new character.
Okay.
That's this little girl who's an engineer who created her.
By the way, yes.
Their story is cool.
By the way, yes, guys. I asked, what is this black little girl?
Well, she's from Nubani. She's from a fake African country.
Yeah.
She's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Just wanted to let you guys know that I said black thing.
But man, the big beef is one of the big things is they explain the reason that, because there's an evil group in Overwatch called Blackwatch and there's other, and Talon.
I know nothing about the story of Overwatch.
It's shit. Don't bother.
Cool.
Don't bother. The individual character stories are kind of neat sometimes. Junkrat and Roadhog's it's just them going on a world round heist. It's kind of fun. It's goofy stuff.
Okay.
And the shorts some of them are well made. The May one was awful. They look gorgeous. They are gorgeous shorts, and they're Soldier, the ones before the game came out were pretty solid.
Okay.
And then the rest were just kind of disappointing or just really weirdly written. But they really, it's been kind of well known if you try like me to give a shit about the story of these characters and the world they live in, to put it together. It is written by the seat of their pants. But not in a way that is fun, in a way where it's what? What? Okay, these characters know each other now. And the worst of it is Reaper, edgy boy.
Yeah.
You know how he can become like a weird shadow wraith?
Yeah.
And like he's like a weird fucked up, he doesn't look, he feels like he belongs, right?
Yeah.
He's not like a technology guy or like a weirdo.
He's magic.
He's a Mexican with shotguns who can turn into a ghost.
Yeah.
And it's kind of out there.
Yeah.
And there was a line that forever people went, I want to hear this explained, where they changed the line a little bit later, which is people's out for why they're claiming that this isn't bad writing, where Reaper will, Mercy, the healer, the angel looking girl, she will go to Reaper when they're on the same team. She'll go, Reaper, no, Gabriel, that's a real name. What happened to you? And then he'll go, you tell me, Doc.
Oh, okay.
And that could have been like, okay, that's, people thought, oh, maybe he did something to her that either made him this way,
yeah.
or why he's the ghost. That could have been kind of cool. Let's expand upon that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That didn't happen for a long time. And they said, oh no, this new character who's an evil healer, she did it. He got hurt when they had the big fight in the lore, and that's why he can become a ghost now.
Okay.
In in a 2-minute animatic.
That's great.
It's so shitty.
That's real bad.
And it sucks because of all the things that I still care about in Overwatch are the characters for the most part. I still enjoy a lot of them. At least as just their designs, their personalities, their little interaction with each other. It's still fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten worse for a while.
Dang.
And when they try to do serious, it does not work. They don't know what they're doing.
Dang.
And it sucks because on the flip side, they unveiled a short for Reinhardt.
Mm.
And besides the really, how much of Overwatch, do you know any of the map names by any chance?
I do not know the map names, but I have the game.
Do you know the map where it's like big castle?
Yes.
And the end of it, there's like a guy who's wearing an armor like Reinhardt's, and he's sitting on a throne.
No, but oh wait, maybe.
Like the end of, like it's like you're pushing a payload and you get to the end of it and there's like a guy on a throne.
Sounds familiar.
Old armor.
Okay.
That's supposed to be, they explained it when the map came out, like last BlizzCon, where they said, okay, this is where Reinhardt and his dudes, where they're fighting the Omnics, which are the evil robots, which are people like Bastion, like Orisa, like Zenyatta.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that went evil, they were fighting a war against them. And in this place in Germany, this is where they lost. They had to back off. That's why the place was in ruins. There's like dead robots everywhere. And they said, the guy who's sitting on that throne is one of the best commanders of Reinhardt's old commander. And that's his armor right there. He sat there because that's where he fell to sacrifice himself.
Okay.
And they show off a short where it's like you get to see young Reinhardt, who people made fun of. He looks like the prince from Shrek 2. Because he has that hair because he's German and you know.
Cool.
And the short is it's really well done. I liked it a whole lot. And then they had the dumb writing bullshit of they show the commander's like, okay, I'm bleeding out. I have to go back. You guys go away. I'll protect you guys. And they show him fighting. And they show him sitting in the armor in the same pose on the throne. I was like, in the moment, it's like fan service or whatever. But it's like, no, think about it. His body's been there for like 20 years. Because Reinhardt's like an old man where we are now. He's like an old, grizzled man.
Okay.
So they just left his body and they left this entire town war-torn for decades. Is that what you're telling me, Blizzard?
Oh, man.
For decades, this big German town.
There's too much thought in this.
But it's not that hard to not make it stupid.
Jesus, you're thinking too much.
I am not. Blizzard is shitty at writing. They've been bad for decades now.
Oh, man.
But at least they made it fun. Like at least the lore for StarCraft and Warcraft, there was fun ideas in it. There was fun character stories that were really compelling.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably ever since after Cataclysm, the writing in general has gone to shit for a lot of things.
Question: do people
people critique it?
Do normal people play Overwatch? Do they care?
No, they want to see Hanzo and McCree fuck.
Okay, cool.
The basic fans don't give a shit. The people who
I'm a
actually care
basic
about
Overwatch fan. Yeah,
people who just play Overwatch just play the game and they don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
But other people who want to get invested in this world, which they're trying to make us do with these shorts, with these comic books and.
With Team Fortress, they're just doing the
thing
that Team Fortress did, but Team Fortress was
Team
good.
Fortress 2 was incredible.
Yeah, no,
they took a story that didn't exist and made it amazing.
Yeah, TF2 is awesome.
TF2's story is way, way, way better than it has any right to. They explain why they respawn forever. They explain why red and blue are teams.
Yeah.
Why where the name Man comes from.
Scout and his
the
story and
why who Miss Pauling is and why
yeah,
want to date with her.
And everything. Yeah.
Why the fuck one of the old men exists and is alive because the blue engineer's dad made him alive in a machine that is failing. They explain what Australia
Archimedes is still my favorite short ever for video games.
Which one?
Archimedes.
Oh, I love that short.
Yeah,
even though it does have a lore problem in it where the backpack he's using is the wrong medigun, but they explain it away later.
Yeah.
But that short is amazing.
That song I remember learning on clarinet.
Meet the Medic is such a good song.
Yeah, Meet the. I think I have this right. I think Meet the Medic is
and Soldier's Waltz.
is the
Soldier Vault's the one that's like
Soldier
the
Vault's
little-
really good, but Meet the Medics is the short. It's the short. Archimedes is the song.
Nothing will top that moment where it's the end. It's the climax of the thing where it's playing the saxophones at a crazy high crescendo, and he's just on top of the soldier bodies.
Yeah.
It is. That's what I like. People compared TF2 and Overwatch for like ever
Which is
since
fair.
Overwatch was announced.
It's a fair
which
comparison.
is kind of fair because TF2 was like the first one to do not a hero-based shooter, which is what the genre is being called
It's
now.
an arena
but
hero.
a class-based shooter that is character-based heavily.
Well, also
And
the
characters in
arena
TF
part's important, I think.
Yeah, because the arena part is like a little bit. Well, also they stole Payload. No, they didn't steal it, but Payload is a TF2 game mode and whatever. Game mode shit, that doesn't matter. I don't care if the people want to compare them in terms of gameplay, but in terms of like charm,
no, it's not.
People will critique like the cosmetic stuff in TF2, which
well,
you have a point.
You have a point, but it's jokes at this point, right? Like I think everyone
it became like an in joke like 7 years ago, and people can choose not to do that stuff.
Exactly.
There's a discussion to be had there, but at least basic TF2, even when they had added in the first hats in for years, it had a very strong writing and charm to it that I felt like it made sense.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Like, look, I'm a casual person of Overwatch. I remember when the game came out.
And the game is still fun. But I lost fun in it a while ago because I can't handle the people in it anymore.
I understand.
Competitive holds no water for me. Only friends who play it are on PC, and I don't have it in me to play anymore. I am retired.
I'm not great at the game, and I feel bad because everyone who plays that game is good. Well,
and they go, "Oh, play healer," and then they go, "Fuck you, you're a healer. You don't know how to play the video game, or you're too entitled as a healer."
See, I don't get
you
that.
don't escape any.
I don't get because I play with the Elo Talk guys, and those guys are.
You're playing with humans.
I'm playing with good humans.
You're not playing with like these sub trash who yells at you for playing a class kind of role.
But even
also because you don't play competitive.
No, but even when I played with those people, or when I play with people who play the game, like I feel bad because it's like, I'm not helping.
But at least you can find a way to goof off a little bit.
No, I still have fun.
But even in Overwatch, the amount of the limits of you being able to goof off is like so limited.
Yeah,
compared to TF2, where there are entire made up subclasses in that game that are just for jokes.
Yeah,
like the spy crab or the peaceful heavy, or what is this guy doing? He has the rocket jumper. What is this whole thing? He's going to kill you with a shovel if he can hit you.
Yep,
that's all he's doing for giggles.
Yep,
there is still like a lot of goofiness in it and a community that's kind of fun. The fact that on stage it was kind of funny that Jeff Kaplan, who I think is a really cool dude, he came out and was like, okay, we're going to show off a new character. Her abbreviation is called OPAF. They can find people on Reddit who call everyone overpowered.
Okay.
Because that's how bad the Overwatch community has gotten.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's gotten to a point where I can't enjoy the community anymore. Honestly, I can't.
I get it.
And the game is like making me go away from it, and it bums me out.
You good?
Overwatch, it became such a mixed bag over the past year, and it's disappointing because it's getting bigger, and it sucks. But fuck all that news.
Okay.
The biggest news.
Okay. I know nothing about
this. Is very, very famous.
Okay. I know nothing about what happened.
The lead of the game. His name escapes me, and I feel really stupid because I feel like it's taking the weight out of it. Years ago, there was a very famous name from a WoW lead dev. People said at BlizzCon, they had a Q&A session at a panel.
Yeah.
They asked, are we ever going to get a way to play classic vanilla Warcraft again? And then the dev looked at him in the face and said, you don't want that. And people get this a little bit. And everyone's
best answer.
Everyone went, what the fuck are you? Why are you telling me what I want? And people got pissed.
Yeah. I get it.
And years later, for a while, do you remember, JonTron made a video about this, known racist, some jokes, whatever. Yeah. He made a video on this actually about the WoW private server. Nostralis, he made a video on this.
Okay.
It was a private server that was, if you want to play WoW, and the way it used to be in vanilla, with its flaws and all, it's everything it had, it's there and it's free because Blizzard won't make it for us. There are legitimate real reasons why they didn't want to do it, but the way they would respond to people asking for it ever since that interview and time to time was just very dismissive and very just, it's not worth the money to us right now.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff. And it sucked because the numbers were totally there. Nostralis showed that. And
it was
then
a pure
got
business decision of just like, no.
And then Nostralis got big enough where Blizzard had to go, we have to take this down. Because legally they were totally in the right. It is their IP infringement.
Yeah.
When it made people go, if we're going to take it down, give us the vanilla servers. And then I watched it live and none of us believed it because like this is bullshit. This never would happen. He started talking about like the flavor of vanilla ice cream. And everyone went, you're lying. This is not going to happen. It's like, no, vanilla servers are being worked on right now. And I lost my fucking goddamn mind.
So this is a good thing.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
I am excited heavily. It is it is assumed you need to buy an active subscription. But then the other bad news that came with it was that they showed off the new expansion.
Crab people.
I care a little bit again.
No.
They showed off.
Andres,
They're
no.
going to have subclasses with they're kind of like aesthetic and a couple gameplay changes of some of the base classes.
Yeah.
And I went, oh shit.
Andres,
I can be
no.
a void elf. Oh shit. It's going to be about trolls a little bit again. Oh shit. We're going back to what this game was really fun, where we're doing Horde versus Alliance again. Oh shit. They made Anduin look really cool in the trailer, and he has a bomb ass helmet because now his papa's dead. Oh shit. I want to care.
Dang.
Fuck.
I understand that
And
feeling.
I don't like WoW anymore. But I like Warcraft, the world, so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, they might get me one more time. They almost got me with Legion. They almost got me. And then I went, okay, I waited a month and I went, okay, I'm in the clear. I'm done. But they might just get me one more time. One more time that I get. They got me with Cataclysm a little bit. But I've skipped ever since. They might get me again.
Dang.
And I might be gone. But I have a life to live now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
You have a family to take care of.
Shit, I do kind of, technically. I'm the third adult in
You
my
got a
home.
wife and kids.
I have kids. I have to
You're,
take
you're
care
on your
of.
second mortgage.
I'm on my third divorce. You know how it is, being a 20-year-old
Yeah.
who doesn't have a college degree.
Yeah. Or a job.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
shit, BlizzCon was a mixed bag, but they announced like some fan service Overwatch map, which I don't give a shit about because I don't play it anymore. But it looked neat.
Okay.
And some skins, but other than that, it's like, damn.
The two big things is new characters and also
Damn,
vanilla.
Warcraft though.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't want to care anymore. I moved on. I thought I was a big boy.
Yeah.
They like, I
You
think
don't
I'm
want
out, and it's just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. And they might do it one more time.
Nah.
Blizzard has a way with me. A way with everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
It's appealing to as many people as possible. Sometimes they get me, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
They got me.
They say the same thing about Kevin Spacey. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to
the real Blizzard of Hollywood, Kevin Spacey. I remember the time Blizzard in the 90s fucked a 14-year-old boy, or tried to. I remember that.
I remember the time
When they're making Warcraft 2, Tides of whatever.
I remember when John Blizzard got into
Yeah,
bed.
John
with
Blizzard.
When got into bed with a 14-year-old.
When Kevin Spacey Kaplan.
Yeah. And they all and Harvey Weinstein all had an
Oh,
orgy.
and also StarCraft 2 is going free to play.
Yeah.
Because that
cool.
game's dying.
Yeah, cool.
It's been dying for years, but they're making it free to play.
I forgot about that game. Yeah, fair enough.
Going free to play on the 14th, so if you ever want to try it, it's actually just going even more free to play. It was already free to play, but starting in most of, if not the whole game, free to play.
Okay.
So if you give a shit about StarCraft and you want to try it again, it's gonna be there.
So two things before we get into Mario talk, because I know that's what everyone cares about. We're gonna quickly go over Call of Duty.
Oh yeah,
World War II real quick.
I spent about like an hour and a half watching footage of everything in that.
Yeah,
game.
I've been watching a lot. I played the beta. It's a good game. Wait, people, don't get it yet. Wait until the first DLC, which is a long time, but wait.
It's gonna be in December, isn't the first DLC, or is
January?
it January.
It's always the next year.
Okay.
It never comes out in the same year. So it looks good.
It looks.
it's
a good looking game.
I like the way the multiplayer plays. I like the non-regenerative health. I like how slow it feels, which is a weird thing to say for Call of Duty.
Look,
But
the marketing. They said we're going back to the roots.
yeah, it needs to get back. Yeah, I think they did a good job. I think they did it. It feels like Modern Warfare 2, kind of.
They did what they
but
promised.
smaller maps, which is
The maps look bad.
yeah, the maps aren't great. I don't
And
like the maps.
that is the biggest factor in a multiplayer
No, for
game
sure.
like that.
Well, that's why I'm saying wait till the DLC. Which again, it sucks.
That's a bad.
I know.
way.
I know.
That's
I know.
a bad first start for a multiplayer
No, totally.
game.
It's not a. Look, if you don't like Call of Duty at this point, there's nothing there for you, and I don't know why you're.
They can't save you.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because there are people have been for like 3 years. Like,
Well,
I feel like
there's people like me who they played Call of Duty for a lot of us, lots of people.
everyone play Call of Duty.
Everyone has played it at some point, whether they like it or not. They have played it at some point.
Yeah.
And there are people like me who they want to enjoy it again.
Yeah.
I don't want to hate Call of Duty and what it's become and the cycle of it. I don't want to jump on that bandwagon. Of
Black
hating
Ops 3 is good.
Parts of it I thought were neat. I didn't touch it.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 is my favorite Call of Duty, which everyone on the street team, the Hurt Record street team, gives me shit about. Because I'm the only person who likes that.
People said
likes Black
Advanced
Ops 3,
Warfare was
but-
like really underrated.
I think Infinite Warfare is actually underrated. I think
From what I've seen, the Infinite Warfare campaign is underrated. That's actually pretty cool.
Infinite Warfare campaign is kind of boring. It's a cool
I
idea.
mean the structure.
No, I like the structure, but if the story is bad.
Okay.
But it's Call of Duty. Who cares? You know what I mean. Yeah, World War II.
So to be entertaining, not well.
Yeah,
played.
exactly. Like the character. campaigns are actually good, but whatever.
They're also kind of convoluted.
Sometimes
And the single
overly.
player for the worst, because single player is meant to be like the easiest thing that anybody can jump into.
For Call of Duty, yes.
And Black Ops 3 was like, holy shit, you're going for too much here.
Well, I liked it. Whatever.
No, I mean, for like,
for
like the average person that you would assume would enjoy those campaigns, which most people are not actually. Most people don't play the single players at all.
Yeah.
It was a little like, oh, this is a little abstract for some people. It was inventive for sure.
Yeah, it's very. So World War II Zombies is the main thing we're talking about because, as you guys don't know, I'm a fan of Call of Duty Zombies.
They've done a very bad job of marketing that exists in this game.
I disagree, but
on commercials where it matters, where people will see it. When I see ads for Call of Duty World War II on YouTube or on the streets or whatever, that mode is never brought up.
Okay,
you have to look to see that it is there.
Got it. Okay,
and it's weird because the amount of money that is put into those modes.
So if you guys, again, we talked about this before. If you guys forgot, if you don't remember, the same people, the old team that worked on Dead Space, a lot of those boys are the people who made the Call of Duty Zombies for World War II. Nazis. It's called Nazi Zombies. So yes, the people who made Dead Space made Nazi Zombies.
Some of the people who worked.
Some of the people. Yeah. I don't know who, but some of the people. And they did a good job. World War II Zombies. I haven't played it, but I've watched enough to know what it feels like. You know.
It's faster.
Way fast.
Way faster.
Which Sledgehammer likes fast. Advanced Warfare Zombies was very fast too.
See, I actually like fast zombie.
Well, me too.
gameplay.
But with Advanced Warfare, it was annoying because of the jumps thing. And so
was it Advanced Warfare you were fighting aliens?
No, that was what
game was that?
That was Ghosts, which was
dumb. Ghosts. It didn't. It seemed like that was not very well.
The only good thing about Extinction mode of Call of Duty Ghosts was Ben's album. That
came from it.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about it.
Which is outside of the game itself.
Just type in on YouTube "Bend Down Extinction." It's the only good thing about that game mode is that someone else who has no affiliation whatsoever really made an album.
Yeah,
somewhat loosely based off of it, but not really. So yeah, it's fast. There's no jug, and so with jug you get normal zombies, it's 2 or 3 hits depending on the game before you go down. With jug drink, it's 5. In this game, there's none of that. It's 3 hits to go down always, but you can get armor, and every time you get armor, it's 500 points the first time, then 1,000, then 1,500, and it scales all the way up to 10,000 points. And every time you get armor, it refills it. I believe this is how it works. It refills 3 times. You can refill it 3 times, and then that's your max. And then once one goes down, you have to buy another one. And when you get hit, it pretty much you go down kind of like if you had quick revive, and then you revive yourself back up. And then once all your armor's out, then your quick revive actually kicks in. And so some people are saying that makes it really easy because you can go down 4 times and then you die.
Yeah, I like that though for solo play.
But as a solo player, I like that a lot because the problem with having 5 hits to go down, it makes the game really boring sometimes. Yeah. It's like, oh, I got hit. Oh, I got hit. Oh, I got hit. Oh, I got hit. Okay, I'm fine.
Because you can just pull bullshit with the AI way too easy.
Yeah. Also, your health regenerates very slowly in this game. It takes a while.
Which is good for this game mode.
Yeah.
Considering that they're not projectile based enemies.
Yeah, no, and one of the coolest things about this, they completely ground up change the AI for zombies. I believe
they're way more aggressive.
They're way aggressive. They move differently. It's a lot harder to train.
They sneak up on you really well too because they spread out.
So here's the best part about it, in my opinion, is when you're walking, sometimes randomly a zombie will pop up from the ground right in front of you.
Yeah, it's to make it not become the routine it's been for the past 5 years.
Yeah, it's literal jump scares, and some people don't like that, but whatever. It works for this game mode because it stops you, and you're dead in your tracks. And you have to make sure if you have a crowd of zombies behind you, make sure you have something in front of you in case if a zombie pops up.
You have to actually plan ahead where you're going.
Yeah, and sometimes once you get to the higher rounds, those crazy stronger zombies will pop up right in front of you, and they have this huge hammer that pretty much downs you in one hit. Yeah. And so you have to watch out, and it makes the game for people like me who've been playing zombies forever and I'm pretty good at the game.
You played what some people would describe as too much zombies.
Yes, a lot of people would say too much.
In fact, I saw you playing zombies yesterday.
Yes,
and I was like, oh. He's back on his bullshit.
I'm trying. My internet's really bad, and I can't play online anymore.
That's just your drug. That's why you have to do it. It's always there, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's like a friend. It's always there for you.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I could just play offline. I guess I won't get gobble gums or whatever, but who cares? I mean, I want to play zombies. Yeah. So World War II Zombies looks good. But I'm gonna wait. I won't be getting because there's too many games coming out for the Switch this year.
So many games that have already been released for everything that you haven't even
there's too many games
chance to touch if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm waiting, and so hopefully World War II will be good. But
it wasn't. It was terrible. Many lives were lost, innocent and not.
All right, now I want to talk about Doom on the Switch.
Yeah, this is all you.
Real quick, and then we'll move on to Mario.
Doom big.
Doom big. All right, so like I've said before, but again, I'll remind you, for the Nintendo Switch, there are two. Nintendo has given developers two options for their physical games.
Put up or shut up.
Yep. Either you can put your game on a 16 gig card or a 32 gig card. 16 gigs are way cheaper and way easier to distribute, but you can obviously put less of a game. 13 or 32 is bigger, but they're more expensive. So every game so far pretty much has been. Every developer keeps putting them on the 16 gigs, and I don't know of any game that's on the 32. I don't know. They're probably
that has been released. I can't think of.
I don't know
One's
any.
been reported.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some, but
maybe
I don't.
Skyrim might be.
I believe Skyrim.
Because Skyrim, I'm thinking about the scope of that game. Because it's gonna have all the DLCs in it, which are also brand new
it might
areas.
be.
And it's the
I can see them doing
and it's
it
the
for
remastered
Skyrim.
edition, so it's like bigger textures.
Yeah,
it might just maybe that might be the first one. Honestly,
yeah.
Just the sheer scope of that.
So
game.
Doom altogether. If you were to download Doom, right?
and the multiplayer.
If you were to download everything for Doom, it's 22.4 gigs on your Switch.
And how much space does the Switch have by default?
25, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like 24. It's 32, but it comes out to like 25 or 25 to 27, somewhere around there. So pretty much, you download this one game, you're done.
Yeah,
almost. Like if you were to download the whole thing,
you couldn't even fit like patches at some point.
All right. So now, if you get the physical, because since the physical is a 16 gig card. You only need a 13.4 gig download, which
it's still a chunky boy.
It's a big boy. The math doesn't really add up. I wish they just put all of the 16 and then it would have been whatever.
It's probably just programming and
I'm sure there are. I'm not a dev. I don't know.
Yeah.
There are complicated reasons why.
And the shitty part is we'll never ever know because of
it's Bethesda.
Because of paperwork and contracts.
Yeah, it's Bethesda and Nintendo.
Because Bethesda's just like weirdly evil sometimes.
Yeah,
really,
and Nintendo
like,
doesn't talk ever. So.
They've been talking a little bit more, but only
they've been talking a lot more, but it's not. They're not going to go into details about the memory allocation on their cards.
Yeah, not anywhere where you could actually find it easily.
Yeah, no. And so so if you guys want to get Doom on your Switch,
be cautioned.
Get an SD card. I just bought myself a 128 gig one on Amazon for like $44. Yeah. So just get that.
And if you're intending to Switch for
fine.
A while, that's maybe a worthwhile investment at this point.
Yeah. If you're going to be downloading games, get like a 200 gig or whatever the biggest you like want.
How much more would that be?
I think it's only like I think the 200 is like $30 more. So I didn't get that one. Mm-hmm. It's because it's like $70, but that's more than a game.
Keep in mind how many games you're gonna play because at some point
I'll be playing a lot of games.
At some point, I think a lot of people.
For me though, I want to do as many physical games as possible. I download if the game's like less than 500 megs, I'll download it. Like if it's an indie game or whatever, I'll download it.
Like wasn't like Mario Odyssey like less than 2? Like it was
less than
5 gigs, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 gigs or so. It was less than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was 13, I believe.
Which Breath of the Wild, that makes sense.
Breath of the Wild makes sense. 13 still that's not that. That's not small or big.
Yeah, but that one I think I blame that one due to it having the weird thing of having to be on both systems and
yeah. There are problems.
That one makes sense why it's spatial wise and
also,
frame rate wise why it's the way it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Breath of the Wild was only for the Switch, that 60 FPS could be a possibility.
At least more consistent,
or at least lock 30.
It's
like not. Yeah, lock 30 would be fine.
When wind hits the trees, my game wouldn't go to shit as much.
Yeah. All right, speaking of games, now let's move on to the one that people care about.
So that's not Wolfenstein 2, unfortunately.
That's not Wolfenstein 2.
None of us have played it because we're both broke.
I'll probably end up getting it.
I'm dying to play it, but I just can't.
I still haven't finished 1, and so I'm going to beat...
Oh, it's literally like right after the first game.
Exactly. So I want to...
right after.
I want to beat that, and then I'll probably end up getting it on my Switch. Yeah. Because I like my Switch a lot.
I'm just glad I've been like being able to avoid spoilers in that game very well.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
I know nothing about it.
All I know is people have a lot of opinions on Nazis.
That's not in game though. I'm talking about the stuff that's in the video game.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I had a debate
no, fuck that. Moving on. We're not wasting more time. We're talking about a game that's not that bullshit. Mario Odyssey, which we talked about a little bit.
Yeah.
Both of us, we both finished.
We beat it.
What would quote unquote we beat it.
We beat the main game. There's post game, but we beat the main game.
There's post game like a lot of modern. Well, at least in the Wii.
Not like this.
They have post games.
Oh, I don't know about Nintendo games.
No, I know. They all have post games.
Like this?
There's more shit to do.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 had the green stars, which are similar to a mechanic that happens after you beat the game in this one. Mm-hmm. Then 3D World. And then, fuck it, no. Mario's always had like post-game shit. Secret Worlds.
Okay.
They've had this like Mario World
Oh, fair enough.
Mario World had that shit.
Okay.
They had secret worlds and all that kind of stuff to find and look over.
Mm-hmm. So, this game, we'll just start off right at the bat. It's a great game. It's like I think Breath of the Wild is like a 9 out of 10. This game's like an 8 out of 10, in my opinion. I don't think it's as good as Breath of the Wild, but it's still a great game. I think there are problems with it that game wise that I don't like, but that doesn't make it bad. Anyone who has a Nintendo Switch should get this game. Zelda, if you're getting a Switch now, get Breath of the Wild and get Mario Odyssey, and you'll be set.
That's all you need for like a year.
Yeah,
honestly,
those are two great games.
If you're like just someone who doesn't play games a lot.
Yeah, if you're not gonna sit there every day for hours, because I beat Mario Odyssey, like the main game. I don't know. I keep checking because I hate the way the Switch does game play time because it still says, first played 10 days ago. I want to see exactly how many hours I have in the game, and I don't know.
I want them just to put that. They used to have that for the Wii where it would tell you how many hours you spent on a game.
It does, but
no, like it would just
right away.
There's a menu just for that.
Yeah.
I miss it.
I wish there was one for the Switch.
So I miss seeing people's like ridiculous times in Monster Hunter on the Wii. I was like, 150 hours. I'm not even half enough what I got to do, and I'm like, you played too many games.
Yeah, see, I want that because I want to know how long it took me to beat the game because I finished it in like 2 days. 2-3 days. I beat the main game, and so which is a criticism I have of this game.
Mm-hmm.
The main game's too short, and post game's too long. So you switch those a little bit. I think, in my opinion. What about you? What's your opinion on this?
I've been reflecting a lot on like why I felt so mixed on it last week, and it's really due to the structure of this game, the structure of other 3D Marios, and what I prefer.
Okay,
because Super Mario 64. Super Mario Sunshine are both more focused on big worlds where you would do a single objective and you would come back and you would go back in and it would change what the objective would be, but same map for the most part. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are much more linear. They are objective based, just like Mario Sunshine and 64. They are linear. There are many more worlds, and there are less stars or whatever to get in each level. And Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite games I've ever played due to that gameplay design, allowing them to get completely out there with world ideas, mechanics, power-ups, platforming challenges. There is so much going on in Galaxy 2. That's because in Galaxy 1, they even talked about Galaxy 1, they had so many extra ideas from the first game that said, let's make another game.
So it's the load reload.
It's a Majora's Mask, but they have like way more time.
It's Metallica's load reload.
But good.
I like load
but
reload.
one of the best things ever.
Okay,
I don't think you would call load reload a classic.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
They're good, but no.
I think Galaxy 2 is probably my favorite Mario platformer.
Okay.
Of all time.
Okay.
In terms of my favorite 3D one.
Okay.
And 3D Land, 3D Land, 3D World get too much shit. Those are good games. They get too much shit for like being too traditional. And
they're not creative enough, people say.
No, they're just not creative in places that people I think were looking for in some spots, but they sell fun levels and there's some so cool things going on in those games. Mario Odyssey is like every Nintendo game, for better or for worse, they take ideas that they've done before or iterate on them, or they reuse them in interesting ways. And this game really is 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, and new things thrown into a new kind of game.
Yeah, I don't know.
There is no game that is like this.
No, not at all.
And there's too much that is not like any other game that it made me really conflicted on how I felt about it. Because I realized I really liked the linear short bursts of creativity in Galaxy more than I enjoyed the exploration aspect of 64 and Sunshine.
Okay.
And Odyssey
is a weird
blends
mix.
a ton of those conventions of designing levels into one game. And it made me really torn.
Yeah,
because
it's
where
hard
I'd gotten
because
last week only, I had just started maybe the third stage.
Didn't you say you're on the Wooded Kingdom or whatever?
I didn't even got into like the transforming area.
Oh, okay.
Like I didn't even like found little onion boys yet.
Got it.
Which are great.
Oh yeah, those things are great.
I don't know, because I agree with that the design aspects are weird, but I don't think the ones that I find weird are bad. I think they're just challenging the way I look at platformers and games.
Yeah, it's a weird time. This game. That's the thing about this game.
It is so out there.
It's very good, right? And I like that it's creative. It's not like it's not a diss on the game for being creative. But what it is like, okay, this is a new thing. You didn't get it perfect. If there's I think Mario Odyssey 2 will be amazing.
Yeah, I was watching actually Donkey at all, video game Donkey.
I know he is.
It was like fuck Mario Odyssey, my most hype game. The most hype game for next year is going to be 2.
Yeah, no, totally. Mario Odyssey 2 will be way better.
Imagine if this got like a Galaxy 2 type of game where it's like, here are other ideas that we couldn't finish in this game.
Oh, I can see it.
No, but like I can't imagine how much more they put because I'm like I don't want to hype that game up if it even will come out.
Yeah.
Because they throw out like Sunshine, they throw out an entire mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
They throw out the flood. That idea went away forever.
Mm-hmm.
Galaxy, they have some of it left over. Like the hat spin to get extra height is very similar to the spin you would do where you'd flick the remote in Galaxy, where you would do a flip and then you'd shake the remote in a direction horizontally and you would do a spin. You get some extra air.
Okay.
It's not quite as high as it was in Galaxy. Galaxy wasn't as crazy high either, but that was a mechanic along with pointing the sensor to pick up star bits and shooting star bits with the motion controls.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But Galaxy actually was a very simple, like a really stripped back kind of game to open the idea up for interesting level design, interesting mechanics, because it had power-ups. It had like the cloud mushroom, which would let you like create platforms by spinning at a multiple of 3, or the bee mushroom, which would let you fly everywhere. And I think my problem was I was looking for things that this game was not doing, and that's my fault.
You're waiting for like,
I was looking for something that this game was not trying to be.
Yeah.
And I think that was what my main problem was.
I understand.
And after I think it was once I beat the Woodlands area.
So right after.
Which I think the next level would probably be the
I can check right now.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Because I really think I was really turned off by the desert level, which is the one that they showed off at E3.
Hey guys, listen, Mario. All right, sorry.
Because I think what would happen was they said, okay, we're going to show you like every other Mario game, the opening cutscene will show you where the objective is going to be. We'll put a big light on it. You are supposed to go here, but they will not stop you from exploring. And that really fucked with me. Because the way I play Mario games, it threw both of those concepts of go look at everything and go get the objective done. That really conflicted with how I play games.
Yeah.
It fucked with me really badly, actually. That's why I felt so kind of angry at the game a little bit, actually.
By the way, after the Wooded Kingdom, it's Lake Kingdom.
Lake Kingdom, which is much smaller and scoped down.
Yeah, I like Wooded Kingdom more. Everyone can agree Metro Kingdom is best kingdom.
No.
Really?
No.
I like
Wooded. Not even close.
What's your favorite?
That kingdom is it's not a real kingdom. I don't count it.
Why?
It's fan service / redo boss fights.
Metro Kingdom?
Oh no, No. Okay, I thought you said mushroom.
No. Metro Kingdom.
Metro Kingdom is one of the, if not the best.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Metro Kingdom is amazing. It's weird and I love it.
It's a weird thing where I had to
change the way you look at.
I had to play with what the game wanted me to do, and once I stopped exploring as much and just did a lot of what the game asked me to do and just moved on, I think I like the game way better because of that.
I see. You accepted Mario Odyssey for what that game is, and then
I felt a lot happier that way.
I understand.
Because the game is not, in a couple of frustrating ways, it is not designed for you to look at everything when you first show up.
No.
The idea is you show up to a new world.
You explore what you can.
Because most of the time in that whatever world you go to, it is in a different state than it'll be once you finish the main objectives.
Yeah.
So you're not encouraged to look around too much. Don't poke around too much. And sometimes
it's more like look around. You can't go. And like notice how you can't go here yet, and you will be able to later.
But it's also it's also designed to make okay. You can look around some places because it's meant to make you learn the layout of the world,
and so you know the differences once.
Yeah, you're meant to learn like the back of your hand, which is why some of the worlds are very big, but they're not too big where they become overwhelming.
Yeah, see,
like the desert world is huge.
Yeah.
But because they keep it so sparse, I can memorize where certain parts are, and I become really familiar.
See,
in a way that's fast, that is fascinating to me.
I've watched a lot of reviews, videos, and people talking about this game. Mm-hmm. Everyone keeps saying that, oh my god, these kingdoms are so big. No, they're not.
Most of them are
small.
not that big.
They're very small.
A lot of them they're stripped down. They're not. I think they're mistaken in the way they're saying that they're big.
There's
They're big in terms of scope to do that is not
yeah.
immediately apparent. And that is what I think people are missing out on when they're talking about what's good about this game.
Yes.
The amount of things that you do yourself and stumble upon objectives is a way, way more interesting version of the Deku Seed.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was literally about to make the same connection.
Because it's impossible not to compare them.
Yeah.
They're designed in a similar way.
Yeah, the way you find power moons in this game is kind of the same way you find Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild, except in Breath of the Wild,
Korok
you're
seeds are
tripping over them.
Yeah,
and you're
they're meant to be like side objectives.
You're tripping over them, it's like, oh, okay.
They're meant to fill out like the open world that is there while you're doing other things that you can assign to how they're important they are.
And in this game...
That is the whole game.
Yeah, and
that's kind of weird because I remember talking with, I don't know if it was you with somebody, like I wanted a game that was just like that.
Yeah, I think with me, you were saying that you wanted, which
like
I disagree
a more evolved
with,
version of that, and that's what this game is.
Yeah, well, okay.
But I didn't really want to accept that at first because it felt like when people said that, it was like just a lazy way of writing off
why the
game is good.
I kind of agree. Okay, I see how, I think I agree with you.
Because it's becoming like it's just like this really other critically acclaimed game.
Yeah,
lazy writing. Like I thought it was going to be like,
it's hard to...
I thought it was like a lazy way of saying this game is like Dark Souls. That's what I felt like, and I was like...
When everyone was talking about Cuphead.
Which is... No, it was way better when they said that about Crash Bandicoot Remastered.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Crash Bandicoot Remastered is just like...
It's like, no, jackass, games are hard, and they can be hard. There's not a problem with that.
Yeah.
But this game is incredible.
It's
in terms
incredible.
Of design, it blows me away.
Do you like it more than Breath of the Wild? I know you're not done with Breath of the Wild, or not even
I've been
close,
going between both of them, and I kind of don't know anymore. I think I need to stop playing games for a while because they're both the same kind of game.
I disagree.
The way I'm playing them.
Oh, I disagree.
Because what am I doing in Mario Odyssey? I'm poking around and exploring the world, looking through nook and crannies, jumping around, flying. What am I doing in Breath of the Wild? I'm exploring nook and crannies, looking around.
Yeah.
There are other things, obviously, Breath of the Wild has much more to do in it.
Yeah.
But what I found...
There's a story in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there's a story.
Which is cool.
There's side quests. There's like slight RPG mechanics. There's other things, and I'm not downplaying those whatsoever.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. But core
what I
aspect
found
of
compelling about Breath of the Wild, and still do, is my innate lust to explore and poke around everywhere that I shouldn't. But Mario Odyssey does that way better in terms of, what is that over there? I'm going to make my mission to get over there, even if it doesn't look like I can. And I do, and I get something out of it every single time.
Okay, I agree with you that I have more
tight pack, like concise version of the Korok seed kind of idea is much more compelling to me.
No, for me, I think it's more compelling in Breath of the Wild. And this is where I think the slight disagreements and why I think Breath of the Wild's a 9 and Mario's an 8. Like they're close, right? Is simply because I think it's a more satisfying feeling in Breath of the Wild when I actually find something, because sometimes you don't. Like sometimes you go somewhere and you think it's something, but it's not. But then it makes that feeling of when there is actually something there way.
See, in Breath of the Wild, it feels like what I thought Mario Odyssey was going to be, where like everything's too bare. And there's a lot of just empty nothing in Breath of the Wild.
See, that's the thing. To me,
and that's not a dig at it.
Yeah.
That is just how the game has to be designed.
Yeah.
But a lot of the game is just, okay, you're climbing not a lot of the game. That's hyperbole.
There are
big chunks of the game where it's like, okay, I'm running around for an hour on a mountain. What did I find here? I found the same type of enemies I've been fighting everywhere. I found a campfire. I found some minerals. I found like a Korok seed and like one shrine. That was an hour of my time. And sometimes when I'm doing that the story to get to those things is not interesting at all. It is just, another electric arrow and I got shot and I had to pick up my shield again. I did a really basic, easy puzzle and I threw a rock in somewhere and I got a Korok seed. And the shrine I did like in less than 5 minutes. But the adventure to get there wasn't fun either.
I understand.
And that happens more often than I'd like it to. Whereas in Odyssey, just moving in that game is the best shit in a video game ever.
Yeah, and this is where
this
is when we start deviating in comparison between Breath of the Wild and Mario, because they're just different games.
They are way too different.
Mario is a platformer. Zelda is not.
It's an open world RPG adventure.
It's just so the platforming
in terms
aspect,
of taste, Mario Odyssey.
Now I'll say this:
to me more.
The platforming thing, it's satisfying. Main game is very boring to me.
Parts of it.
Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
It's too easy and too fast. The main game for me. Like I said,
and that's from someone who isn't an experienced Mario player.
Yeah,
I'm very seasoned.
See, that's the thing. I've never really played a Mario game. Really, like I played 64, and that's about it. And but I played a lot of platformers, so I know how platformers work. Yeah. And so, like for me,
you're comfortable with them.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, it's like this shouldn't be as easy as it is. Yeah. I don't know anything about Mario. Why which isn't a dig on like that. To me, that it's a good thing in some ways, right? Because it means that the game is the controls are so well
that anybody
made, that even someone like me who's never really played Mario can feel it in
like
within 5 minutes.
Like Lewis, I am pretty sure you weren't like. Okay, I got to the what is it like the early kingdom, the dinosaur kingdom.
Yeah.
When I got there, remember there's that hill where there's a checkpoint up there. You're not meant to get to until you beat the level the first time, right?
Yeah.
I got there.
Oh, interesting.
Because I was dicking around with the controls and I found out. Wait, hold on. I can do 1, 2. I can do triple jump, which is since every game since 64, just the 1, 2, 3. I can throw my cap
and then go a little bit.
I can dive at it. Yeah. I can hit my cap. When your cap hits you back, by the way, you can jump and you get a little bit extra height.
Yep.
And then I dived again.
Yeah, and you can slightly and I got doing that.
And I felt great doing it.
Yeah, it's hard.
There's nothing really there, but I can do that and I can skip parts of the game because of my skill.
Yeah.
And that feels really good.
See, that feels
in a Mario game that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Really.
Right. So I understand. Okay, so that makes sense.
But I can sympathize with you. Some parts of some of the main mission stuff is kind of boring, but what they get right, they get very much
for
right.
sure. So
like
here's
the
my
best part about New Donk City, besides the world being well designed, is that finale mission.
Yes.
Which we don't want to talk about because it's been leaked enough, but I don't want to.
We'll try not like there.
Like the finale for New Donk City is incredible. It's one of my favorite things to happen in video games ever.
Okay, I disagree. It's great
because the fan service was enough.
Okay.
Because that's also a weird thing with it. The fan service
almost,
in this
to
game,
me, it's weird. So real quick though, like I didn't have it spoiled because I played the game so quickly. And
I just heard about that. It's really cool.
Yeah. I don't even think I heard it when I played that. But when I know
someone
got there,
who got a review copy.
When I got there, I thought, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't have the emotional attachment.
Well,
to
it's because nothing in the game yet really filled me with that feeling I had.
I
think it just felt like I'm doing like it's just I'm going through the motions for the most part. Like, excuse me, there was no like climactic moment.
Yeah,
made me feel
for
excited. Sure. The bits in between the adventure to get to those moments were really fun.
Yeah, and Metro.
But that was like okay, they can do this, and they did it a couple times more. Like the final, which
we won't spoil because it's
not
so
quite
good.
Final world, but the
final mission. We'll say the final part
because it's. I'm trying to talk right now. There's multiple parts to the finale. The first part of that leading up to the tightest shit in a Mario finale. Yeah. My dad walked in randomly like I was playing it, and I lost my mind when the thing happened.
Yeah.
Because it feels really obvious for what gameplay thing they would have you do there.
Yeah.
And then I did a triple jump, and I went, "Holy fuck!" And I laughed like a child.
That's great.
And it's been said a lot, and I'll say it again: only Nintendo can do that with the kind of the fan servicey thing because they earn it.
Yeah.
They really earn their. Hey, you've been stuck with us for a long time. Yeah. We will make you happy.
See, and that's
like that first post game worlds, which we named, but people don't go into it.
Yeah.
When I got there, I went, okay. If you're smart, you will recognize the tune. If you played 64 and Sunshine and Galaxy, they'll have a tune when you collect the whatever the thing is, the shine, the star. I recognize that melody when you got a moon, and then I got to that. Oh, but I was like, maybe that's like on accident, or it's like an homage, like how the music for the prehistoric place is an homage to a song that's kind of in Galaxy. Because
really? Because that's the
orchestral shit was Galaxy. That was their thing.
Because I was about to say that's one of my favorite parts of the one of my favorite parts of the game is that world just because of the music. That's why the music is so.
Even if you're ever gonna play Galaxy, listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah,
cool. Because I don't know how could you kind of like let me do it all orchestral, and the entire game of Galaxy 1 and 2 are orchestral soundtracks.
Oh, that's rad.
And because it's in space, so it works way better that way. It's fantastic for that reason. But when I got to the first post game area, because you can unlock more, which a lot of Mario games let you do, and I picked up their version of. Well, because every world has like a different colored moon or whatever. When I picked up that moon in that world, and I went, "Oh shit, I was right. They did the thing." And then I bought the costumes you unlocked, and I'm like,
"Yeah." And
then I jumped in. I found the boss stuff in it, and it played the same.
No,
it was all for
without
me.
Spoiling. Did you look up?
No.
Okay.
I knew none of it.
Okay.
Every little bit that they like, there was lots of little hey, if you played this game, you remember this kind of idea or this design, or hell, even the moves are like the spin move that they don't teach you how to do, where you can just rotate the stick.
Yeah,
that is like an old Mario move that they've had forever. They don't really use, but you can do it. All kinds of weird fun stuff in this game. But that was like, okay, you seduced me. You got me here with this.
Yeah.
They really earned it.
This is why like it's very interesting for me. Just the Switch in general has been a weird experiment for me as a human, just because I don't have the emotional attachment, but it's still giving me what I've been wanting.
Nintendo still has that charm. They've always had that charm.
I just want good game, and because it's good, charming games.
It's not a dig at the industry, but just the way games are made. It is hard for bigger games with bigger budgets from bigger teams to feel the charm and love for making video games as a whole, and its players when you touch them.
The only modern game that has done that is Doom to me.
Oh, like the people who are in it. Yeah, that's a rare where like the people who made it, you can really feel it.
Because Doom is it feels.
It's a love child. Yeah, it's like people who wanted to make it good.
If you guys don't know, Doom has platforming aspects to it that's very interesting.
But it also has like modern stuff.
There's a lot of modern, but it feels.
But they make it. They cut it. They trim it down.
Yeah, and it feels good.
In the way.
It feels good, and
the music.
And the music's rad.
I want to meet that guy someday.
Right.
Mick Gordon is a god.
Him and Trent Reznor need to do something together.
No.
Yes.
Trent Reznor's past his prime.
You don't like Trent? Okay.
He used to make great stuff.
Okay.
He's a little past his prime.
Okay.
Like 15 years past his prime.
Okay, whatever. I like Trent Reznor.
I used to. I like him as a person, kind of, sometimes, with not being political.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is every artist.
You're right. I was about to say, okay, fine.
No matter if I agree with them or not, I like when they're not political, at least, unless it's in the music, which is fine.
Yeah, unless you're Joe Rogan and you're funny about it.
Mario Odyssey, I want to know what it feels like when I get, because I didn't quite get to the I've talked about, which is like where they challenge you to do those techniques that I've been doing the whole game, but they require them from you. I've done some of it, and that stuff feels really good.
See, that's what I was about to say. So this is my. I
think it's really because they're meant to be short, because they're designed to get your design. It feels this way because Nintendo they spent a lot of time talking about like the way they design how you can see certain horizons, or you can spot shrine. Well, I keep saying I want to say shrines. I don't know why. You can see moons and the sparkles from them a certain way, and the way you see like everything. I really think they intended for you to beat the base game quickly.
I think so too,
and that's a problem for me because I didn't do that at first, and that was a hindrance.
Okay,
because they still give you the freedom to do it, which I appreciate, but they don't tell you how much you can't do until you get to a certain point. Until you learn from making the mistake that I did, where I spent too much time.
And look, like I said, I don't know.
But I can respect why you feel that way. I felt that way for a little bit. I can respect that.
Different opinion or a different view on it, how it works.
A totally different perspective on Mario as a series.
Exactly,
too.
Because I didn't even know like other Mario games really had like
I was happy they used the moon because the moon was a one-up from Mario Worlds.
Okay.
That's like, it was like little stuff like that makes me happy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me like overall love the game.
For me, like the post game aspect of this game is the
real good meat.
It's my biggest gripe with the game too. It's my favorite thing about the game and my biggest gripe on how it
is the way you get to it.
Because it's like, look, it's great. It's amazing, and what happens after, it's fun and it makes the game way. But it's almost as if they thought, okay, we could make this kingdom longer, or we could add this here, but we're gonna put it in the post game instead. And it's like,
but also at the same time, think about how many moons open up even on the small worlds. How overwhelming that would be.
No, I understand. Like I don't think it'd be overwhelming though.
The first two worlds, they have like 25.
Not even.
Well, but even then, when you look at the worlds, when you first get to them, you're like, how is there so many?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you unlock the post game, and they give you more stuff to do, and you're like, how is there this many?
Yeah, yeah.
And not all of them are meant to be hard.
I know what you mean.
Just meant to go fetch them. But I get why they did that.
Like, there's a lot of...
Because it feels like they really want to squeeze everything they could have out of these kingdoms, and I really appreciate that.
Another thing that's frustrating about post-game stuff is the game gets hard. And it's not like...
It ramps up.
In scale, it doesn't feel good. Like, I'm saying, like, the transition.
The difficulty, like...
The jump.
The jump doesn't feel okay?
No. I like I said, I beat the game in like 2 days, 2-3 days. And then after that, I was like, oh, what happened? Like, where's, like, that... I wanted that.
It was easy in a way that was like kind of boring, but you're still enjoying yourself.
Yeah, I was enjoying, and then I got post game stuff, and I was like, oh, see, this is what I wanted. Yeah. It's like, and that's not, again, it's a weird criticism I have because I like the fact that it exists in the post game. Yeah. I just wish maybe they would have ramped it up a little bit more to where the post game didn't. Because to me,
like the finale is a little challenging.
Yeah, well, I disagree. I thought it was so easy.
No. I mean like the final parts of it.
I disagree. I thought I went through...
compared to the other like linear sections are actually they take some.
I don't know what it was. I went through it so fast. I went through this game and I didn't try. I explored. I did what I could. I just went through it quickly. I don't know what it is.
Because it does ramp up, but not nearly enough. I agree with you. It does ramp up, but Not for what they expect of people.
Mhm.
And they don't teach you how to do a lot of it very well.
Yeah, I just I wish that because it's like this
But
game
it's also
almost
the problem with the structure of it is also it's like Breath of the Wild. When you make your structure open for players, you'll always run into that problem, no matter what.
Because even as talking about this, people are probably listening to this and thinking, "Oh, so the game's like good, but it's the post game that you're waiting for."
It's like, no, that's not what we're saying at all.
Well, but that's
not what I'm saying at the very least.
No, that's not what we're saying. But that's what the game kind of feels like sometimes. To me, like it's like
like some of the really good platforming stuff that feels like it should have been in the base game
is only in the post. It's like that's not what I want. Like I'm glad it's there, but you should have shifted some stuff.
Moved a couple of them.
These are just kind of nitpicky, but not really. It's just there should have been some shifting around on the levels and the platforming and the collections of moons and whatever. Just stuff should have been shifted around a little bit more. That's why kind of my main gripe on this game.
I want to look for more critical discussion on this game.
Yeah. Because there aren't any. Everyone just keeps giving it 10 out of 10. It's really frustrating.
Most people have not finished the game, actually.
I know.
Those reviews, for at least the early ones, for people who completed the base game and a lot, but they didn't 100% it.
So yeah,
I want people to talk about the game
after
who've gotten everything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like that's why
I'm waiting for the completionist review on this.
Because
I'm waiting for his review.
I'm so happy.
His review is going to be awesome.
When he went solo and did reviews on his own with like his staff with that other dude, he got so much. I love completionist. He's such a good dude.
He's a good person.
He's also him and his writers are really good at discussing games in a way that they're analytical, but not too much where they get boring. Where he's coming from a guy who just loves games.
It's from a guy
too much.
Yeah,
and I love him for it.
Yeah,
Gerard's a cool guy.
Gerard the completionist. He's a cool.
The dragon. Get it right.
Yeah, you're right.
But like that's why the best critique of Zelda of all time, Breath of the Wild. You're gonna beat Zelda, assuming you're just gonna complete. If you,
I haven't even. But I still haven't beaten Ganon.
You've done it enough where I think you understand.
I know how this game ends.
Okay, and have you seen the final boss?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna recommend a video to you and everyone else who's beaten Breath of the Wild. There's a video by he's my favorite video game essay person, Joseph Anderson.
Wait, did he do like an hour and a half video?
He did an episode on Breath of the Wild called Breath of the Wild and Not Enough Zelda. It is like over 2 hours long.
I saw that.
Did you see it?
I did. I think that's where I saw the ending.
I want something like
yes.
He won't. I don't think he'll do it. I think another very good essay writer who doesn't do enough videos because he's too godlike, Matthew Matosis.
I don't even know who that is.
He's done videos on 64, Zelda, Galaxy. He's done really good videos on Mario platformers. I want to see what someone like him, who's way more invested in platformers analytically than I am, talks about this game. Because I would talk about this game like in a month with people.
Yeah, no, me too.
There's a lot that I know a lot of people who love Mario and love platformers who haven't finished a lot of the game yet. Because you're not meant to do a ton of. This is a very bad game to binge.
Yeah, which I did.
Which we also did not know either.
Yeah, that's another thing. I did that, and I binged through it, and that's another thing about it where it's like, man, it's too quick. Yeah. Like, and again, it's a weird criticism of the game. It's like,
it's a very personal.
It's too good.
Yeah,
you know, that's almost my critique. It's like
that is also really like some parts of it are too good where it's like I feel like I miss some of the work put into it.
Yeah, it's again.
But I think like
this is why
giving this game more time, just like Breath of the Wild, will expose more of the flaws and its shining examples.
Yes,
of like what games should do from now on.
But look, if Nintendo keeps making games like this, the Switch will be
just fine.
Not just fine.
Mario honestly sold like 2 million copies.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
it's crazy.
I'm not even saying as a pure number. I'm saying like looking back in 20 years, the Switch might be like considered one of the greatest consoles ever.
It's gonna be a landmark console for sure.
If it keeps getting games like this.
Yeah.
We got Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. What other games are
Splatoon?
You like Splatoon 2? A lot of people.
ARMS. We've gotten at least when we've gotten games that are big, that are considered like big for the console.
There haven't been any bad first party games.
There are
zero bad.
They are either a revolution in its own genre, a celebration of its own genre,
or good,
a good iterative sequel, or just a new idea.
Yeah, like ARMS to me is good.
Like ARMS is not my jam.
Yeah,
but I expect the new.
Have you played it?
Made a new idea.
Have you played it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted to love it. It's just not my jam.
Okay,
it's not a bad game. It's just not my jam.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it is my jam. It's just not worth $60.
Like Splatoon for you, you respect. You're like it's fine, but it's not your jam.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what.
Well, also I don't have good internet, and so and that game doesn't have. My brain can't handle.
Still does not have the best servers all the time.
Yeah, my brain can't handle the online game right now because I'm just thinking like, I can't play it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Luckily, you have 2 of the best single player games to come out this year.
Yeah.
To occupy.
And I'll be getting Doom next week. So
which is also one of the best single player games come out last year.
Again, the Switch is just too good.
It's a very good console.
I don't regret spending way too much money on it.
Regret. No regrets.
No regrets.
And it's a Switch under it.
Okay. Well, I think we've been talking about this too long. So, do you have a number for Mario Odyssey?
Hell no. I'm not done with it.
Okay.
I'm not done.
Fair enough. I already gave my number of my number is like if Zelda was 9, then Mario would be 8.
What about just video games?
Huh?
Just rate it on the video game scale. How
Yeah.
do you feel?
Good. It's a very good game. If you have a Switch, get this game. There's no
It is
reason.
a must-own.
It's worth $60 for sure. There you
Breath
go.
of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, if you own a Switch, it is a must-own.
Yeah, must. Same thing with let's see. So my favorite game on the Switch so far.
Steamroll Dig 2.
I haven't played.
That's a good game, but it's not Switch exclusive.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Even if it's, I'm going to count non-exclusive games too because it's on the console and
The portability hybrid
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Sonic Mania, worth it for the Switch, even if you have it on
I think it's
something
worth
else.
it no matter what you buy it on.
For sure, but if you have a Switch, get that game. If you just get that game.
Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Get the demo. The demo's fine. You don't even have to
But I
buy
want
that
to play
game.
online against Japanese players and just get destroyed.
Right?
Have you seen footage of Puyo Puyo Tetris, like high level?
No.
Watch it and cry.
Oh, no.
It's incredible.
Okay. So yeah,
They're real ones.
Zelda, Mario, Splatoon 2. I'll put on this list. Doom's gonna be amazing because it's Doom.
Maybe Fire Emblem Warriors.
I don't care.
That's a big game. But
I don't like the Warrior.
I like that kind of game.
Yeah.
I got burned out after the Zelda one.
I've never liked Dynasty Warriors.
Fair.
I remember playing the
You either like them or you don't.
Yeah.
There is no in between.
No, for sure. Because I think it's like, oh, this isn't fun. It's just I'm just spinning around in a circle, killing everything around me.
They've done a lot of changes and stuff, but if you don't like them, you don't like them.
Yeah.
And no one who likes those games will fight you on like, why don't you like this?
Yeah.
It's not. There's no debate to be had there.
No. People put Mario plus Rabbids on.
I still want to check it out
Yeah, I feel like you'd like that game
because I hate XCOM's. I like XCOM's ideas. I don't like how much you have to plan in the RNG rolls.
Maybe you won't like this game.
No, because it doesn't have RNG rolls.
Okay.
It's either you hit 50%
yeah.
or 0.
Yeah.
Next time it was 87%.
Yeah.
Like that kind of bullshit. Like, oh, what happened if they died? You just lost. Fuck you. The game is over.
Yeah.
And that's not something I enjoy. It's part of the fun of XCOM for people, but I don't like that kind of stuff.
Mario Kart 8.
That's just a good game.
It's a good game. Get it. Also,
I honestly should get that game for this.
the game that I have. What's the games I have myself? And then we can leave it. You can stop listening if you want.
So we should at the beginning of every podcast.
Yeah.
You just not listen.
Yeah. Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8, Sonic Mania, Axiom Verge, which you don't have to get, but I like it. Breath of the Wild, Shovel Knight. Get that.
If you haven't played it,
If you haven't played Shovel Knight, what's wrong
in
with
general, just please go try it.
Mighty Gunvolt Burst, good, too short. Splatoon 2, which is I don't really have, but it's there.
That's when you install the copy whenever.
Yeah, so I have a lot of games. Well, I mean, a lot for a normal human.
Well, it's a lot for a new console.
Exactly.
Not a lot of drought.
What's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Maybe,
7 games. That
Maybe
bought.
I might think about getting Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Maybe I might give
I
that
don't-
series a shot.
I don't know. I think I'll be fine.
Because that's a JRPG big boy, and there's no JRPGs that are out on the Switch right now.
Yeah.
I might give it a shot.
You
'cause
like JRPGs, so
Well,
I mean,
I
so do I. But like,
I like them enough. I don't love them. Like I'm a little bit picky with them, but like I played Persona 5 and I beat it and I had a good time, and I kind of want another RPG in my life again.
why am I? Oh, I think my battery's dying. I think that's what that means.
So I bought a Persona 5 and it cursed you.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, we're gonna stop the podcast now. I'm tired. Bye.
Bye bye.
I'm hungry.
I'm also very hungry.